Once more, we rewind time to unveil a legend lost to history, an invisible hero. Under the blazing light of the midnight sun, the sacred Nile flowed on majestic and eternal. Its unity is preserved by a king whose name lingers still in whispered legends. In the ancient world, the young Pharaoh Taharqa assumed the throne with high hopes. He now ruled over a newly unified Egypt and Nubia after centuries of division between the two great civilizations. But Taharqa's grand vision for lasting unity faced ominous threats brewing on both sides of the great river Nile. In the north, in the grand city of Memphis, Egyptian rebel factions plotted to break free from Kushite rule. They bristled under the yoke of their Nubian overlords. This so-called unification is but another form of subjugation, their leader Asim declared with fury. We must show the Nubians that proud Egypt will never be chained and collared like a docile lamb. The Egyptian rebels cheered and raised fists, their animus towards their southern rulers apparent. They dreamed of restoring self-rule and overthrowing their Kushite occupiers. But open revolt was not the only hazard for Taharqa's ambitions. In the south, dissent and suspicion also simmered beneath the surface against the pharaoh's designs. In a remote Kushite temple along the Nile, the high priest Nephris whispered to his acolytes, "Taharqa risks dilution of our ancient Kushite ways. This entanglement with Egypt sullies our spirit." As fires flickered ominously, the priests invoked ancient Nubian gods, chanting to preserve their traditions against encroaching Egyptianization. Yes, though the kingdom of Kush now enjoyed ascendancy after long centuries overshadowed by Egyptian might, its heritage and lore could be swallowed up by unity with its age-old rival. So Pharaoh Taharqa faced resistance from both sides, revolt from Egyptian rebels seeking independence, and religious backlash from Nubians fearing cultural loss. These currents tugged against his vision, threatening to drag his grand ambitions into turbulent waters of chaos and dissolution. But young Taharqa was no ordinary king. He bore the legendary qualities of the prophesied Savior King: courage, wisdom, and devotion to harmony beyond his tender years. There are those who would sever our union through treachery and deceit, but chaos shall not prevail this day. This dream of unity is far greater than any faction or tribe. As the Nile nourishes all lands, so shall our unified horizons stretch on eternally. Kush and Egypt are forever entwined from Abu Simbel to Alexandria. His advisors cheered this fearless vision. The generals bowed heads in reverence. The priests chanted blessings upon the pharaoh's rule. And so Taharqa embarked on his grand quest to unite rather than divide. With strategic brilliance, he prevented violence and won over dissidents with enlightened policies embracing all. When word arrived that Egypt's allies sought urgent military aid against marauding invaders, Taharqa rallied his armies in a dramatic show of strength. "Ready the regiments and muster the charioteers," he decreed. "We march north to honor our pact and prove the might of our unified kingdoms." Soon the combined military splendor of Egypt and Nubia rumbled forth. Elephants lumbering, archers marching in lockstep, cavalry kicking up sandstorms. The Kushite army crushed the barbarian incursion and rescued their allies with ease. Tales of Taharqa's honorable campaign spread swiftly. Lands near and far now craved the bounties of his stable empire. Having proven his empire abroad, Taharqa focused on strengthening unity at home. He journeyed tirelessly up and down the Nile, dispensing wisdom and justice. For decades, he stood as the living embodiment of harmony between two cultures. When Taharqa passed into legend, he left behind a prosperous, unified kingdom under firm Kushite leadership. His transcendent vision of unity would inspire generations to come. Under the blazing sun, the Nile flowed on majestic and eternal Taharqa the Unifier, who bound two lands to heal as one. Thank you for watching this episode on one of history's invisible legends. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss the next episode.